Yo, what's good guys? Another business video. This one was really highly requested. It is how to get people on sales calls. All right, pretty good topic, and I have 3 tips that I personally use. Oh, the spoiler went down. And in this video, I'm gonna share them with you. Now, if you don't know who I am, what I do, I own a social media marketing agency. I started out as a growth operator, right? And I have generated online fitness coaches over $2 million. I, myself, have achieved a lot of quite substantial success with my business. I've retired my mom. I'm driving my dream car, the Mercedes-AMG GT63S. But that's enough of me yapping. Enough social proof. I think you get the point. Let's get right into the value that you came here for. So, the first piece of advice that I could give to you is you need to provide some sort of value or social proof to your prospect in order to get them on a sales call. Now, why is that? It's because for a few reasons. First of all, the rule of reciprocity. If you provide someone with something, they have this, they like biologically feel like they must give something back to you. So for example, it's your birthday, your friend gives you a gift, guess what? You feel like, oh, when it's Alex's birthday, I'm gonna have to buy him a present. That rule of reciprocity, it's in all of us, it's natural. And the same prospects who you're reaching out to, guess what? They feel the same way. If you provide them with something, they will feel like they need to reciprocate. Now, the social proof aspect. You need to provide your leads with some sort of social proof. Why is that? It's because people, especially the people who you're reaching out to, they are skeptical. People by nature are skeptical. It's because when we were in tribes, we didn't want to get invaded by someone who's a traitor or whatever. And especially the leads who you're reaching out to are skeptical because they get hundreds, maybe thousands of messages from people pitching them some random shit. So they are super skeptical. So you can either give them social proof. How I do this is I send them my testimonials. Like for example, oh yeah, today I made my client Justin $10,000. Do you want to speak more about this? I assume that since you're watching this video, you most likely don't have social proof or social proof to the extent that I do, but whatever. So what you can do in your position is provide them with value, give them suggestions, send them a Loom video on what you would change in their funnel, let's say. Go over their video and critique it. Now, don't roast them, but give them some advice. And back that up with, like, if you say that, oh yeah, if you do this, you're gonna get more views. Well, how the fuck do you know? What you could do is say that, oh yeah, Alex Hormozi did this on his most recent reel, and look, compared to his different reels, his previous past reels, this one got 50% more views. Some shit like that. Does that make sense? So, piece of advice number 1, provide value or social proof. And if you do, you're one step closer to getting that prospect on a sales call with you. Now, everything is in my phone. Piece of advice number 2, ask them questions. So why would you ask your prospect questions? There are 2 reasons, maybe more. First one, to qualify them. Like, if you're reaching out to someone if you reach out to someone and you don't know enough about their business, but turns out they are shadow banned, for example, that's not a good lead. But you wouldn't have known that if you didn't ask them questions. So the first reason is to qualify them. Second reason, when you ask questions and people answer them, you know what happens? People internalize those questions. They think about it inside of their own brain, and when they do, they feel more pain. Now here's the thing when it comes to pain. I'm not talking about physical pain, like fucking getting kicked in the balls. I'm talking about mental pain. Like, let's say your girlfriend left you. I got scared for whatever reason. I thought I was getting pulled over. Let's say your girlfriend left you, right? And you're like, shit, I need to get in shape. You felt emotional pain. Those sirens fucking threw me off. Something happened. But it's all good. That's the beauty of these videos. I'm not gonna edit this shit out. I'm gonna keep on talking. Then you go through asking your prospects questions. They internalize the pain. So what you could go ahead and ask them is like, what are your business goals currently? Like, how many clients are you currently at, for example? And they say like 5. And you're like, 5 is pretty decent. How many would you like to have? Then they say 20. Then there's already a discrepancy, if that's the correct term. There's a contrast. 5 compared to 20, now that's a huge difference. And then you're like, so what do you feel is the main thing stopping you from getting those additional 15 clients? And then they start thinking, I could change this, I could change that. And they internalize it. And the more pain they feel, the more likely you are to close them. And the third thing why questions matter, I said I have 2, but I came up with a third reason. It is friction. I'm gonna tell you more about that in a second. Have you ever been with someone who's asking you so many fucking questions that it feels like you're sitting in an interrogation or like an interview? You've been in those situations and you feel a lot of friction. And guess what? I'm gonna tell you. In the third piece of advice that I wanted to give you, I remembered it. I don't even have to look at my phone. The third piece of advice is to make your prospect go for friction. Now, how do you make your prospects go through friction? Again, one of the ways is to ask them a lot of questions. Don't ask too many. If you ask too many, people will just get pissed off and they'll be like, this guy's just wasting my time. But if you go through the sweet amount of friction, there is this thing called the commitment principle. There is a thing called a micro commitment. So let's say this has happened to me pretty recently. I'm gonna give you a real life example what happened to me. I was in a clothing store and I wanted to buy a backpack, and I was like looking at this backpack and I was like, it's pretty good, I like it. So then the shop worker came up to me and she was like, would you like me to bring this backpack from the back of the store? And I was like, sure, you can. So she went ahead, brought it back to me, and guess what? I'm not going to return the backpack. I'm not gonna say like, oh, I don't like it, go back. I did a micro commitment. There was a micro commitment from my end. I was like, go to the back of the store. And then that fucking siren threw me off. What happened? I had a micro commitment and I was already in the funnel, you could say. So then she was like, so let's go to the cash register. And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Too late. And why I wanted to put the third thing as friction, like the third piece of advice, is because the last step before you get someone on a sales call with you is you book them in for a call. Of course. So what I suggest you do is you manually book them in. You ask for their email address, you ask what times when they're in, what time works for them. And the reason why you should do this is because if you send them a Calendly link, Calendly is a software that lets people book a call in your calendar. Now here's the thing, you most likely have an empty calendar. So when people go ahead and book in a call with you and they see that your calendar is empty, guess what you're gonna think? You're gonna think that, This guy's fucking lame, he has no clients. I'm not interested anymore. But if you go ahead and manually book them in, right, guess what happens? You're not able to see how empty your calendar is. And not only that, but they go through even more friction, which is a good thing. If someone goes through friction, they are more likely to be closed because they came into your funnel and they went through micro commitments. I hope that made sense. If it didn't, I'm gonna film another video. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Now here's the thing. If you want to hop on a sales call with someone, you first need to get leads. Simple, right? Like, no brainer. Well, if you want me to help you get leads, if you want me to help you close those sales calls, if you want me to help you provide a good service to those clients and make money doing so, like I have done, then I leave my Instagram in the description down below. Go into my story highlights. It's those bubbles on my page. You will see a story highlight called mentorship. It's gonna be this bubble with like money notes on the picture. Go through it. You'll see what my mentorship offers. You'll see what my business model is like. Like, you'll see everything there, the whole information, the whole shebang, if that's a saying. And if you're interested, feel free to hit me up. If not, all good. I hope this video was valuable. I apologize for that siren throwing me off. I'm not even fucking sure why it did. Maybe I'm doing something illegal. I'm not sure. But I hope you liked this video. It was really valuable. It just was like fucking ADHD all over the place. But oh well, that's the beauty of my videos. I'm gonna go park my car. I'm gonna go do some work. I'm gonna go make even more money. And that's it. Again, go check out my mentorship story highlight on Instagram. Have a blessed day. God bless you.